we're live, I gotta say, I don't know if you saw the thumbnail of me freaking out. They went ahead and like gave out a huge plot point. Hello, Sam. What's up?
Do Mario Kart World, please.
Oh, I know you want Mario Kart World. We're waiting for the next content drop for that. Like plot twists. So like, shoot, I don't even know if I want to say what I don't want to say it. It feels like such a spoiler, but Nintendo just gave it up themselves. I won't say what it is specifically, but what I will say is,
I know you want Mario Kart World.
Hold on. You know I want it. You know I want it. Alright, so basically imagine, you know in BioShock, you know the twist, would you kindly?
Yeah.
Imagine if BioShock did a presentation before the game came out and gave away the twist in the presentation. Would that not be a little dumb?
I did Just Dance at camp today.
Nice. But it'd be like if The Sixth Sense in their trailer presented the fact that the guy was dead the whole time.
Right.
That wouldn't make a lot of sense, would it?
Nice.
No.
Well, they blew a total, like, out of left field, like, freaking, plot point. They brought it up in the presentation that changes the game entirely. And I thought, my God, that's a twist like hell that I never saw coming from Fire Emblem. And why didn't they just hold on to this and let us, like, stumble across this? You know what I mean?
Right.
Hell, I'll just go ahead and kind of say what it is. I mean, without the super specifics. But basically, you know how it's 4 different campaigns you play?
Right.
So you play, it's kind of like 3 houses. There's 3 heroes. And in this new game, there's 4 heroes. But they said that, hey, you could work on all 4 stories compared to 3 houses where you had to do different save files. But that was good news. But then, at the very end of the trailer, they show 5 years later, and all 4 stories merge together, and then you gotta pick one of 2 other stories to choose from. I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe halfway through the game. I have no idea how soon this happens. But all of a sudden, the 4 heroes that you were playing, different squads with, all of a sudden they're all teamed up against a bigger threat. And I was like, what the fuck? This be like if you're playing a Mario game and in like World 4 you defeat Bowser and then a bigger threat comes that you gotta team up and go against. Eli's in the chat. I don't want to spoil it for him. So I'll shut up about it.
Do we play?
We got a lag on bad. We're running at like 18 frames a second out here.
MCA. Gangnam Style. Did you play Beyond Two Souls?
I did play Beyond Two Souls. It was good. Oh yeah, it's lagging. I feel like we're gonna have high viewership again.
Did you play LSU yet?
ISU or LSU? No, LSU? No, not yet. We just started. Oh, he held on. Yeah, we're kicking it off with the Liberty Flames. Scooter's playing. I guess you're playing Black Ops 2?
Yeah.
Have you prestiged?
I can, but I haven't.
Oh. Well, I think you should just prestige because, especially in that game, you get the permanent unlock. Oh, come on. Get him.
Do we play?
Do we play?
I played
Which
about
one is
2
it?
hours. I played about 2 hours of that Beast of Reincarnation.
Did you rent that?
No, it's free on Xbox.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a Game Pass thing. A Marvel Tokon comes out in a couple days. Actually, it's funny you brought up Ice Cream Man earlier. I seen on YouTube about less than 20 minutes ago, Cody Leach put out his review.
I don't know.
Either way, we're going to watch it, whether it's at the theater or whether it's at your place, if you want to. I wouldn't get discouraged about the reviews. We saw the trailer and we liked what we seen.
I really haven't watched much about it, so I don't know.
I don't want to watch more about it. What I saw sold me enough, right? Remember the kids that were killing people? It was like what was that one movie? It was like Weapons, but actually looked interesting. Not just esoteric style. Or like you didn't know what was going to happen. It just seemed like it was...
The only reason why I want to watch it is because it's Eli Roth, and I like Eli Roth movies.
Yeah. Like I said, I will see if it's playing there in the theater or not, but... Just gave up a touchdown. This guy's got lag. Bad lag. Like, this shit looks like a slideshow out here. Like, usually when you complain about lag, I kind of poo-poo it. This is real, legitimate, constant lag.
Wow, this guy's jumping like a fucking kangaroo around corners.
Fuck, man, this lag is so bad. It immediately takes all fun out of the game because it's so slideshowy.
Hello.
Dude, my quarterback can run. This guy can fucking run, bro. What the hell? I just got kicked. Is it me? Is it my lag? Yeah, it freaking gave me the L. I guess we're starting another season. I went 4-8 that season.
Come on, teammate, you're right there and you can't do shit.
All right, I guess we'll
Fucking
go to
EMP.
Louisiana. Just fucking bizarre. I haven't even got any copyright warnings playing this because I turned off all the music and announcing.
Friendly war machine deployed.
If they actually made a decision where you can't record and live stream this game, that is beyond dumb. I mean, I'm still live. I think I am. But I've never seen that message before.
UAV inbound.
I don't understand what the fucking problem
Hi, I'm
is.
Sam.
Hey, Sam, what's up? The lag is still on full display. So, must be on my end, I guess. Louisiana versus Minnesota.
I knew it. As soon as I wasn't looking.
Alright, maybe the lag's finally stopped.
And I get shot.
What weapon are you running with?
LSAT. The big machine gun
Nice.
with target finder.
Oh no, there's definitely still lag.
not get shot from behind. Come on, man. Running with fucking Ghost on.
I don't know how he caught that.
And then someone has to come and take my goddamn kill. And fucking snipe. Goddamn fucking snipers, dude. Wow. Speaking of lag, I want to talk about lag.
Huh.
I need to put FMJ on this bitch.
I'm surprised it's you that ended up playing Black Ops 2 more than me and Michael have. I didn't see that coming, really. I actually expected, I don't know, I thought me and Michael and Derek would all play Black Ops 2 more than you would, but you've actually played the most out of all of us.
Hello. Do we play?
Hello,
Call of
hello.
Duty game. I
You
think
what?
it's because I haven't played a Call of Duty game in 2 years. I think that's why.
Oh. Well, shit, we go off that logic. It's been a little bit for me.
The beta for Modern Warfare 4 comes out the 21st.
The free one?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. I don't think I'm buying the full game, but I'll definitely try the beta. I have people that want me to play Switch Sports Resort instead. And Final Fantasy Resonance also comes out around that time, so I got decisions to make. Good goal line stand.
Dude, I went to change out my my insulin pump yesterday, and whenever I pulled it out of my stomach, I just started
I
gushing.
did Just Dance at camp today.
You had what? What happened after you pulled it out?
I started gushing blood.
Jeez. Dude, this guy just missed a 25-yard field goal hitting the post. What happened after that?
I was worried that it wasn't gonna stop bleeding. Like I started I was bleeding all over the place. But I guess whenever I pulled it out too quick, and before I hit a vessel.
Ugh.
It made me weary, not wanting to put it back in.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
But I have to. I haven't put it in since yesterday.
Nice broken tackle. Yeah, you gotta do it. Fuck, I couldn't get the play off. Got tackled.
The Madden free trial or whatever is, I think it said the 6th.
We can kind of make that, if you want to, we can kind of make that part of when we hang out, if we go watch Ice Cream Man at your place, and then also do some free trial and shit.
Oh,
We can
afterwards?
Yeah, we can make it part of it, or that weekend, or something. Oh, brother.
That day
What?
I can do a live. That day, well, shit, no, because you have to have, on PlayStation, you have to have, so I mean, you have to do it on Xbox.
Holy fuck, man. This lag's making it hard to kick.
Save. I'm not paying $5 a month just to spend $5 a month and then get.
You can do it on Xbox.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we could do that on Xbox. I don't care.
One year, didn't we do college football for the full 10 hours?
Yeah, something like that. But I do have to preface this by saying I may not do it only because well, my old dog's getting he's getting kind of bad. I mean, he's still eating and stuff, but I kind of want to keep an eye on him too. I can't be gone too long.
Right. Couple hours.
He's getting kind of,
Yeah.
Bye, Doodles. Just the trash guy. Yeah, I leave and do things on my weekend. I just don't leave longer than I don't leave any longer than I in fact a lot shorter than I would if I go to work or something, you know. I don't like to leave them hanging too long. I leave them alone too long, especially right now with what's going on. Gave up the touchdown. I'm about to resort to running the ball myself because passing's hard with this lag and kicking's hard with this lag. Everything's hard with this lag. It's ridiculous. Dropped it. That motherfucker dropped it.
When does Insidious come out?
The 21st.
Well, by then I should be able to borrow money.
Yeah, I'm sure that one will be in theaters. I just dropped it on 4th and 2. I'd already dropped it on 2nd and 8. Got a 6-yard gain on 3rd down, and then I dropped it on 4th and 2. But yeah, I feel like Ice Cream Man's not even going to be at the theater around here, you know? I got a feeling it won't be. You know, Spider-Man will be... Well, it's not that so much as it is... That's always the dumb excuse I say, but that's more joking. The real reason is because the Odyssey's playing, Spider-Man's playing, I'm trying to think what else could be playing. That's a 6-screen movie theater. I saw Despicable Me still in there. I saw Toy Story still in there this week. Maybe that's been a while.
Probably Milana.
Yeah, it's just like there's a bunch of stuff that just doesn't seem like it. Either it hasn't been out of the rotation or it's staying in the rotation. Like they would rather have freaking Toy Story on its 8th week than Ice Cream Man debuting. If it is there, that's cool. I mean, the tickets are not expensive, but if it's not there, then it's no skin off my ass.
Hi.
That's the worst thing about the college football game, to be honest, is the skill-based you promote up in a season, you know what I mean? Then you reach a point where you start losing a lot of fucking games. Because I'm in upperclassman rank right now. In the game 2 years ago, I got all the way up to senior or whatever. I think they changed the ranks this time a little bit. But it just sucks, because that's why you have to win a national championship early, or you're probably not going to win one at all. What's up, Sam? What's up? But I also like the season structure it has. I just don't like how you promote divisions. Like, I want the season structure for Madden. I just don't want it to be any sort of skill-based promotion. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I don't know if they changed it or not, so I don't know.
Well, in college football, like I said, you go through a season, and if you did well, then you promote. And when you promote, you're going to face opponents that are harder because of skill-based.
Well, they did that in Madden. They started doing that also in Madden a couple years ago, remember? But what I'm saying is, I don't know if they've changed, if they're keeping it the same or what.
Oh, that. Yeah, I guess Madden does it a little bit, too, to some degree. But, I mean, the whole idea is they want to make you 500. They want to make everybody 500 with a 500 record. And that's about what I have. I think I'm like 26-26. And the same thing happens in Madden. I float around a 500 record. I just when it comes to any, and this is true for this especially and for Call of Duty, just make it random who you face. Like, I like what MLB does with the ratings window, where maybe you start off with someone that's similar skill, but then the longer you wait, it quickly expands. But I do want Madden to do, like, hey, these games should serve a purpose. Like, hey, play 17 regular season games and then get into the playoffs if you're actually qualified for it.
A lot more sweat to be playing that mode.
It would be funner, in my opinion, instead of just random games after random games, wouldn't it? This quarterback of mine is quick. I just ran it all the way to the end zone from about 30 yards out. $40 yards out, really. And I got the 2-point play, so I'm down 10-8. Just did a little option pitch. Ran it up to the line with the quarterback, pitched it outside, no one there. Touch 2 points. I was starting to do that last game with Liberty. I was doing that quarterback had some legs, and then, like I said, I got kicked from the game. So viewership has fluctuated today. Sometimes it's been as low as 0. Sometimes it's been as high as 5. When I did Halo yesterday, I had no viewers, dude. Like it was fucking brutal. I mean, I was playing with my viewer, so that's probably part of it.
Am I echoing?
Huh?
Am I echoing?
No. "11 seconds till half. We got to keep him out of the end zone. We tackle him in bounds. The half's over. He got out of bounds. He's got 6 seconds. He could take a quick shot, but it'd have to be to the end zone. Any sort of inbounds tackle would be bad. He's going to kick the field goal now. Not even going to try it. He made it. He's up 13-8. He took his points. That only took 2 seconds off the clock. He really could have done a quick throw to the end zone if he wanted. Just kicked it out of bounds, so we'll have an opportunity with the Hail Mary. He's not lined up in prevent. Incomplete. Halftime. I get ball to start the second half.
I'm watching.
Barely a first down. There we go. It's just enough for first down.
You got room.
QB.
You got lucky.
Oh, he broke the tackle. Yep.
Hello.
Hey, Sam, what's up?
I wonder how Halo sales are doing on PlayStation.
I haven't heard nothing. Damn it. Overshot him.
Do we play?
Do we play? They ask. Do we play? They ask.
Tell them to buy it and you'll play it.
I have. Well, it's gotta. Well, the problem with that is it can't just be the game. It's gotta be the whole system. I don't have the Wii.
They buy the system and the game, you'll play it.
Well, they don't buy. That's
I
not
don't
how
have
it
the
worked.
game.
They'd have to because I don't have anything sent to an address, so it would just have to be the equivalent into the Cash App, and then I'll do it.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh yeah, it's just like, need to stop bad. First and goal. I'm fucked. Gonna need 2 touchdowns. I'm gonna need them quick. I got all 3 timeouts.
Gonna need 2 touchdowns. I'm gonna need them quick. I got all 3 timeouts. Gonna need 2 touchdowns. I'm gonna need them quick.
Oh. Fucker. Woefully short.
Woefully short.
Man, if I would have jumped that just right there. I've caught a pitch before and ran it back the other way. I almost was able to do that time.
Man, if I would have jumped that just right there. I've caught a pitch before and ran it back the other way. I almost was able to do
Yeah, that was my moment. If I would have found a way to catch that pitch and run it back the other way, that would have been the game changer. But now it's over.
found a way to catch that pitch and run it back the other way, that would have been the game changer. But now it's over.
There haven't been a lot of blowouts I've been involved in one way or another. Not a lot of quits either in general.
There haven't been a lot of blowouts I've been involved in one way or another.
30 years past.
Not a lot of quits either in general. 30 years past.
I remember that game you lost in Madden years ago, 100-0.
I lost a college football game a couple years ago, 82-9. My one touchdown was in the closing seconds lateraling a kickoff.
Game a couple years ago, 82-9. My one touchdown was in the closing seconds. Lateral in the kickoff.
Yeah, garbage time. You always do better in garbage time.
I don't know about that. He dropped it. God dang it, man.
I don't know about that. He dropped it. God dang it, man.
Yeah, this is garbage time for sure.
Yeah, this is garbage time for sure.
Yeah, I was surprised when my mom asked me if I wanted Madden. And then she's like, here's my credit card information. I was like, I don't want your credit card information on my system.
Disaster game.
Disaster game.
I didn't know you could do Cash App or Venmo on your system.
It works just like a debit card. Now, I could have done that too with my Cash App, but I basically, I just went and got a PSN card anyway. Didn't tie even the Cash App to the PlayStation. Because I'm really convinced the PlayStation is the reason I was hacked. Because they've had all those freaking data breaches and shutdowns.
Beast of Reincarnation is great.
Oh, you started playing it, Eli? Yeah, Scooter likes it too. Beast of Reincarnation. I filmed a video about it. I just went over the review scores. I wasn't bashing the game or praising the game. I just read the reviews.
I filmed a video about it. I just went over the review scores. I wasn't bashing the game or praising the game. I just read the reviews.
I'm wondering why it reviewed so bad.
Well, it's not easy.
Well, they didn't bring up difficulty at all in any of these reviews.
Well, they didn't bring up difficulty at all.
Hello.
I mean, mostly it didn't. I mean, what really matters is if you enjoy the game. If you enjoy the game, then who cares? Oh, no, let's not go Minnesota. No. I'm already going to lose. I don't need you to go against me.
Then who cares? Let's not go Minnesota. No. I'm already going to lose. I don't need you to go against me.
Oh, now.
I'm getting my butt whooped.
I'm getting my butt.
At one point, I was only down 10-8.
At one point, I was only down 10-8.
I got the badge.
There you go.
There you go.
Eli's got the badge.
Badge.
I got the badge.
There you go. Eli's got the badge.
I knew he had a veg.
Ow. There you go. Did the Fire Emblem Direct confirm it was a sequel to Three Houses?
No, I do not confirm that. What it did do is, like I said, it divulged what I consider a twist they should have probably kept to themselves.
What it did do is, like I said, it divulged what I consider a twist they should have probably kept to themselves.
It changed the whole dynamic of the campaign.
So it makes you kind of not want to play it.
No, I want to play it. It made me more excited, but it also, at the same time, it left me puzzled. Well, basically, Eli, what happens is the 4 campaigns will converge into a single campaign where all the heroes go against,
Will converge into a single
all the heroes go against the new threat.
heroes go against, all the heroes go against the new threat.
Like, it mostly is, like, you do stuff in the Gladiator Arena, you do all this other stuff they talked about, and then at some point in the story, you jump 5 years in the future, and then you gotta choose between 2 different paths. One's a time traveler, one's
So
a
you only
hero.
have to play it once?
So here's what's interesting. You can have parallel stories going on between the 4 characters at the same time on the same save file. But eventually you do get to a point where all 4 stories converge into one, like, unifying threat that you're going against. So there's probably a lot that you can play before it converges with all 4 characters. And then once it converges, you'll have a decision to make, whether to be the time traveler or the hero. And there's also some interesting like one-on-one battles as well that going on that is different than what Fire Emblem has done before. Like, I saw like turn-based action stuff, like Clair Obscur style one-on-one battles that were occurring occasionally.
Like Clair Obscur style one-on-one battles that were occurring occasionally.
That's a
You know
bad
what's
loss.
cool is, I can beat that game, but I can't beat other games like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, everybody's different with what they can beat and can't beat. But yeah, Eli, when you get a chance, you should watch the 20-minute direct. You might understand and glean something from it that I didn't notice. But I was freaking out because I thought it was pretty wild.
You might understand and glean something from it that I didn't notice, but I was freaking out.
Not what I expected.
Pretty wild.
And again, I'm a little torn on them divulging what happens. I don't know how early in the game it's going to be where all 4 campaigns merge into this 5 years later point.
All 4 campaigns merge into this
Is this the last L team?
5 years later.
No, this is the 3rd out of 5. We still have LSU after this, and then
No, this
we have Louisville and LSU left.
we still have LSU after this, and then we have Louisville and LSU.
I'm 0-2 today. I got forcibly kicked from the first game, and the second game I got blown out.
0-2 today. I got forcibly kicked from the first game. And the second game I got blown out.
I do. Who am I playing against? You know what? I noticed I haven't seen same team versus same team in this year's college. I know there's a lot of teams, but that was even a problem a couple years ago.
Same team in this year's college. I know there's a lot of teams, but that was even a problem a couple years ago.
Have you seen anybody use the Gamecocks?
No.
Have you heard the LeBron James song called him talking about the man on the Sixers?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't.
I hope that there's a rumor going around the Celtics might be able to trade for Steph Curry. I hope that's true.
Be able to trade for Steph Curry.
Yeah, there's rumor going around that Kawhi is going to.
Hi.
He just went to the Raptors.
Yeah, I know.
But there is a proposed trade going around. Steph to the
Or
Celtics.
Clay to-
And I
or
think it
Clay
makes
to the
sense.
Lakers.
If the Celtics want to, get right back in it, and if Steph wants an opportunity, a little easier out east versus the West, having to deal with Jokic, Wemby, and SGA, and Luka, have to, avoid those guys, go out east, just like LeBron did with Boston. I think he'd fit right in with the Celtics system. We love jacking up threes. We would be able to keep Paul George in the proposed trade, too. We would have Paul George, Steph, and Tatum as our core three.
We would be able to keep Paul George in the proposed trade, too. We have Paul George, Steph, and Tatum as our core three.
As much as I love Jaylen Brown, Steph Curry's an upgrade from Jaylen Brown if he were to come, even at his age.
Yeah,
Because
then
Steph has been crazy good. He's just a really good shooter.
injuries.
Yeah, that's a risk. That's also true for Philly, though, with a 42-year-old LeBron James, Embiid that always gets hurt.
That's also true for Philly, though.
You know,
With a 42
injuries are always a thing.
Embiid that always gets hurt. Injuries are always a thing.
I think, yeah, like I said, I think the Celtics, as they're constructed now, they have 6 seed written all over them.
I think the Celtics, as they're constructed now, they have 60 written all over them.
I'm hoping the 76ers have chemistry problems. And I think that could be their downfall.
Sixers have chemistry problems.
Because I want to know, who's the leader of that team? Who's the leader? Is it LeBron? Is it Jaylen Brown? Is it Tyrese Maxey? Is it Embiid? They all sound like they're about top 15-ish players still. None of them are actually top 10 players, though, anymore. They have 4 players that you could say, hey, maybe they're like top 15 players. But none of them are top 10 players. Keep that in mind.
You could say, hey, maybe they're like top 15.
And it's unclear who the leader would be.
Keep that in mind.
Jaylen Brown didn't love playing second fiddle all those years in Boston. Why was he play second fiddle to LeBron when he thinks he's better than LeBron right now? But Tyrese Maxey's averaged 28 points a game. Embiid's been on the team for years as the face of the team. Who's the leader?
Replay.
28 points a game. Embiid's been on the team
Doodles.
as the face of the team. Who's the leader?
I just gave up a touchdown. Personally, I think Jaylen Brown's the best player on the Sixers. And that is good enough to win you a championship because with Boston, he was the finals MVP.
He's the best player on the Sixers. And that is good enough to win you a championship because he with Boston he was the finals MVP.
Do you
Pretty
think
good.
Lakers make it to the playoffs?
Lakers, they have 6 seed written all over them. Middles. Yeah, basically the Sixers, they already had Maxey, Embiid, and Edgecombe, they basically added the second best player from my team and the second best player from your team.
They basically added the second best player from my team and the second best player from your team.
When they added Jaylen Brown, I already said when they added Jaylen Brown, they were my favorites to win the East. Then they added LeBron.
When they added Jaylen Brown,
Keep that in mind. I got baited.
when they added Jaylen Brown, they were my favorites to win the East. Then they added LeBron. Keep that in mind.
I'm sucking today.
Have you seen Lioness?
No, I haven't. That's like the one Taylor Sheridan show I haven't watched. And to be honest, I'm not going to be able to watch a lot of TV shows soon. All my subscription services ought to be ending. I don't have my debit card connected to any subscription service. Unless there's something really worth a damn, then I'll go get like a gift card or something and see if I can, keep it going. But I'm letting them all expire, not renew. Even when I was paying like $90 a month for streaming services, I would use it so little compared to just watching YouTube. So it's like, fuck it. I'll resubscribe as I see fit.
For the Cavs or Knicks to win the East because Liebum is on the Sixers.
Don't root for the Knicks to win the East.
Are you gonna?
What?
Are you gonna do a video about the marriage thing you told me about in Australia?
No, but I could talk about it here. 'Cause there isn't a whole lot to say other than what it is. So in Australia, basically in Australia, they're wanting to make it to where if you're unmarried but live together, they give you the same rights and protections as if you were married. So like a chick could leave and take half your shit and they're just your girlfriend. Because a lot of guys have stopped getting married. Yeah, I would rather the Sixers win the title than the Knicks go back-to-back.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit. Like, a lot of guys stop getting married because they don't want to do that legal
Let's
requirement. And now Australia's trying to find a way around it. Got the first. I'm thinking the opposite way. I want to be able to have marriage without the government involved.
Timberwolves versus Knicks or Cavs.
The Raw last night.
Do what now?
JD said the Raw last night was the best of the year.
You tell me what happened on that Raw. I'm curious. By the way, yes, Timberwolves. I do kind of like the Timberwolves out of the West. I know the Spurs are the easy, popular pick. I know OKC and Denver will be around, but I'm really edging towards T-Wolves. What happened on Raw that was so big?
I didn't watch it.
Oh. 4th and 5 coming up.
Anybody but the Sixers to win the title.
Eli says anybody but the Sixers. Well, look, I'll say this. They're not the overwhelming, like, Golden State juggernaut when Kevin Durant joined them. It's not like that. It's more like the Miami Heat when they came together with LeBron. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Do we play? But no, it's not. It's not quite. It's It's kind of like they came together, sort of like when Miami came together when LeBron made his decision. I think most people have Spurs Sixers in the finals.
Do you ever see Jokic going to the Lakers?
No.
Well, his contract's up. This is his last year.
Yeah, I think Jokic cares about going to the Lakers. I don't think he cares about that. I think Jokic is more likely to retire than go to the Lakers. He seems like a guy that doesn't want to play too long. Like he that year he won the title, he's like, I'm just happy it's over. I can go see my horses.
Yeah, well, this team isn't as good as that team.
It has a lot of the same people. Denver routinely does get in there as a 3 or 4 seed. I'll agree that OKC and the Spurs seem to have the edge. But again, if Jokic wants to leave somewhere, it seems like people are going from the West to the East, and it's balancing it out a little bit more. If Jokic goes to the Eastern Conference, he instantly becomes the best player in the Eastern Conference. Because a lot of people say the 3 best players in the entire league are him, SGA, and Wemby, and they're all in the West. So he could go to the East next season.
To Switch Sports Resort.
I'll probably do Switch Sports Resort here in about 2.5 months. I think Jokic could end up on the Celtics next year. Why not? Be the Jokic and Tatum combo.
He said in an interview he wants to play with Luka. He'd like to play with Luka.
I don't think the fit's really good, actually. Like, they're 2 great superstars, but I don't think the fit is great. That's sort of the issue with the Sixers. Does it fit? Does it actually fit? Because Tyrese Maxey needs the ball, LeBron needs the ball, and Jaylen Brown needs the ball. Embiid can post up. Edgecombe's about to become the most underused 5th option of all time. Edgecombe could be a 3rd option on like a ton of teams. He's about to be the 5th option. Scoot left. Oh, come on, no! Down 21-0. This is brutal. I got the news here from Pat McAfee. Brock Lesnar has officially retired.
Tristan, you look like you're 27 years old. college coaches, wrestling coaches were like, what is this thing? That's what they actually said. Yeah, they were trying to plug these two together. So he goes to college, obviously becomes All American National Champion. Then he goes into WWE, becomes freaking phenomenal. He becomes world champion for, he's been doing it for 100 years now at this point. Still unbelievable. In the middle of that run, you know what? You need to go to stop playing places. Goes and plays in the NFL. For the Minnesota Vikings. Goes to the UFC, becomes heavyweight champion. It's one human we're talking about here. Everything I just said, one human being in one lifetime, in one body. If no one can how he is, if no one can how he's still as jacked as he is here. Yep, unbelievable. On Saturday night in Minnesota in SummerSlam, as he took over the family. Now start on top. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, this man is the one and
Hi, I'm Sam.
This man is a sports icon.
Hi, I'm Sam.
You look super fit and something. How old are you?
Replay.
Jesus. There's no one. I think if there was some sort of stipulation on the line, you know, like let's say your life or something, I think you'd be able to. I think you'd accomplish it. I genuinely believe when it comes to the conversation of athletes of all time, you're at the top of the list, at least on the Mount Rushmore. So thank you for your service to sport for so long. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about Saturday with the Hopa back in Minnesota, how emotional it was for you? I'm here. Everybody, for me, and it kind of weird because you did. My heart would almost have me playing me in WrestleMania. I'm like, I can't do this again. Like, I think I'm done. But the business and I still feel the tank. But Saturday for Brock Lesnar, that's it. That's it. And for everything else too. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody on the team that is from as a little kid all the way till Saturday. I was just a farm kid from South Dakota with a big dream and a big heart and a big ass chip on my shoulder. And I'm just grateful to be 49 years old and to have to be able to do what I did in this lifetime. I thank God and everybody that supported me. I want to the little kids. I was just a farm kid with a bunch of lint in my pocket, and I had big dreams, and I just worked. And I think a lot of people nowadays with social media platform athletes for doing things, but they leave out the hard work. And if kids just stay focused on work and putting the time in, good things will happen. I appreciate your drive. I appreciate how kind you were to us. I appreciate everything. You put your body through a lot for our entertainment. You know, highlights right there. You know, and old Rick Rogers, and they talk about the greatest class of all time, where you, Batista, John, I think Shelton Benjamin was down there as well. And Randy ends up going through there. It's like what you guys did for the business, what you did for the business. I'm very grateful as a lifelong fan. And for what you've accomplished as a human, you should be wildly proud.
I know.
Man.
It's bad.
Your messaging. I believe if you have a big dream and you work for it, it can happen. That's awesome to hear from you. Now, on that note, You're also gonna have to have arms that dangle down in the middle of your shins. Okay? So you're gonna have to have.
I know. Are you washed?
I'm washed. I'm washed.
5 pounds. I want to let you know you're an alien, brother, and if the aliens were to come and fight, we would all send you. You should be wildly proud of what you've done with this body in the athletic world, and we can't wait to see what you do afterwards. Proud of you, buddy.
I'm proud of you.
I'm washed.
Watching and supporting me, and really, really honored and really grateful.
God, keep it alive.
What is up, guys? Welcome to
In talking about the bum on the Sixers, Laban James.
Eli Roth.
He's washed.
Self-financed, self-released, and it is the latest release out of Eli Roth's production company, the horror section. And the basic premise of this movie is that you have like this little quiet suburban town that suddenly descends into chaos when this creepy ice cream man shows up, starts feeding all the kids this ice cream that turns them into a bunch of homicidal maniacs. Now, this is a movie that I have been radar for quite a while, and I've been very curious to see what was going to turn out to be. I enjoy Cabin Fever. I had one of the most memorable theater experiences of my life watching the first Hostel film, Hostel 2, of course, and I think I'm probably the biggest fan on planet Earth of his Death Wish remake, and there's not many of us. Not to say that he hasn't made movies that I didn't like, because he certainly has, but I really do enjoy when he hits, when his stuff works for me. It works really well, so anytime he's attached to something, I take notice. And I've been really curious of what is going to happen and what is going to come out of this production company that he has made, the horror section, because the whole premise of it seems to be this is for $100. This is for like DIY, super low budget horror, unrated horror. This is basically
My dad said Assassin's Creed fell off after AC3.
It did as far as the Desmond storyline goes. Like, that's part true.
That concept is something that I'm very much a champion of. The
Do
only thing that
Mario
I've seen
Kart
of this
World
production
Flash.
is so far.
Do Mario Kart World, please.
Admittedly, I didn't really
We will when they drop a new content pack.
The fact that he got to release it wide to theaters, totally a champion of all of that. So this being the first movie that Eli Roth himself is actually going to be putting out, and he's self-financing the production, he's self-financing the release, I was very curious of what's going to happen. What is this going to be? Is this going to be like the most horrible thing I've ever seen? That seems to be what they were leading into with the marketing. It's just gore.
He said the horse's travel made the game what it was. We will.
Now I've seen it.
Huh. I didn't think about that.
Starting off with if you are a Carnage Candy whore, if you are a self-admitted gore-hound like myself, there is a good amount of it here. This is a very gory film. This is certainly something that earns the unrated release that they're going for. I can see multiple points where they would have to cut certain things down or out completely to get a wide release as an R-rated film. You have children dismembering adults in quite a few different ways, and there's actually one whole sequence in like the beginning of the second act that's basically like 7 or 8 minutes straight of just kills. So if that is what is drawing you to this movie, is that I just want to see Eli Roth get nasty. I want to see him do his thing and just watch a whole bunch of Carnage Candy. It's here. I also liked the look of the movie. It is a very vibrant
Alright.
which is actually kind of different for Eli Roth, because a lot of his movies tend to be a little bit darker and a little bit more of a dark and color palette.
Yeah, because the movie's Ice Cream Man's unrated, me and Scooter are going to have to watch it at his place instead of the theaters. They won't play unrated movies in my theater.
Like, it is a very vibrant movie, and of course when you get the gore and the nastiness and that those reds that show up to that too, it's just a cool looking movie. Like it's kind of intoxicating to watch it that way. And unfortunately, that's the end of my positives.
What
I
movie?
saw this movie 2 days ago.
Ice Cream Man.
Sitting here 2 days later.
It's too gory to release in theaters, really,
found it.
or it's unrated. It's above rated R.
Me, and it's not even close. This is
Comes out Friday.
worst film yet. And
Hello.
I'm still like in disbelief that he even made it. Like just even a couple of years ago, we had Thanksgiving, which was really solid as film. This doesn't feel like the same filmmaker to me. You know, this doesn't feel like the follow-up to that at all. This doesn't feel like Eli Roth just having the shackles taken off of him, and now he's just unleashed. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with this movie, but it's bad. Overall, this is a movie that just feels like it is trying so hard to capture the success of some recent anomalies, some recent Light and Marvel successes, like the Terrifier franchise, but not really understanding why those movies hit the way that they did. Like, we're just gonna do this ultra gory movie that's gonna unrated release, we're gonna be the bad movie release. That's not enough. And when you watch the movie, you see what they give you, even with that being the promise, and that being kind of the main marketing campaign is just come here for insane unrated gore. It is so repetitive and so quickly going from like initial shock value to just kind of boredom. The movie is a single joke. It is a single trick that you get like one sequence when everything pops off as far as the kills, where it's like, okay, cool, now the movie's here, and then you just get really numb to it very quickly, and there is nothing else in the movie to keep you interested.
Touchdown.
And to get you from kill scene to kill scene without you just sitting there tapping your watch, and then eventually the next kill scene
I
comes,
just
you're
saw a
like,
video where a man was on a leash dressed as a dog at the dog park.
That's fucking disturbing.
Hi, I'm SSM.
fucking hell, this place. I swear, it's like we stole this idea. Two just stick together.
Get the 2-point conversion.
Okay, it's that again. Man, so I mean, where do you start the movie? There's no story. There's no narrative here. There's no narrative reason for the characters that are the protagonists to be in the story that we can latch into. There's no narrative setup for the rival of the ice cream man. Or
Oh.
About the motivations or the origins or the true nature of the ice cream man. He's just there. There's no individual character arcs that you can really get invested in of like, how is this person going to grow or change or even devolve through the experience of this 90-minute catastrophe. Like, there's nothing, and it doesn't help that the acting is terrible across the board. Like, you try to have some grace, at least I do. You try to have some grace, you try to have a little bit of leniency, but it's kid actors, because you understand they're kids. They're trying. They're not as experienced. They're young. Like, once in a while, you get a prodigy who's just like, holy shit,
Hello,
this
I'm
person's
Zach.
amazing, but sometimes kids act.
Hello, Satch.
They're not good here. And a lot of it, honestly, is because the material they're given, the script, the dialogue that they're given, is not good from the jump. And so, of course, their performance and all the scenes surrounding these characters having a dialogue with each other are very good because the foundation isn't very good. We're not going to expect an inexperienced or no experienced kid actor to suddenly make lemonade out of a screenplay that is obviously like first dialogue. And that was the most surprised.
RJ is the goat at
I'll be honest, even as a
platformers.
fan of Eli Roth, like he
Yeah.
his writing, like his characters, his dialogue has certainly always been one of his recurring weaknesses. Like he does really good with shooting, he does really good with building tension, with his gore, with his intensity, with the visceral nature of his movies, coming up with early. He funded the kills, and then he was just like writing on the side when they were preparing the practical effects on how we're going to get from point A to point B. And that is the over.
Come on, huge fourth down. Let's get a
How
stop.
many kills are we is just characters interacting and dialoguing with each other. Every single scene that is based around dialogue feels like a very quick, lazy
Intercepted.
attempt at doing something we've seen 1,000 times before. And the older sibling being a little bit bitchy to the younger sibling.
We're not done.
He's around the neighborhood, coming down to the main character, and he'll not really doing anything about it. Having an awkward family dinner, playing the dad, and they're doing dad jokes when their kids are having emotional issues. Like, every single scene that is not based around a kill scene or a gore effect is just bad. And the movie has all moments where it's attempting to be funny, and this is something that is pretty common for me with Eli Roth. I just don't get his sense of humor. I would call him back to Cabin Fever and say that for, like, Pancakes Moment and Dr. Mambo. Like, his sense of humor is not operating the same wavelength as me. But every moment this movie paused and tried to have the chuckle moment, whether it's Eli Roth and
Let's go.
dad jokes, whether it's, you know, kids talking with another character about the steps to end the evil, and they keep repeating it over and over, trying to have like this running gag element, or even just some of the slapstick, like itchy and scratchy nature to the kills themselves. Never once did I crack a smile in a comedic way. Never once did I chuckle. Because it's just not funny. It's not well written enough to be funny. The kills just, they're not enough to distract from how bad everything else is. And it's not enough to engage and entertain 90 minutes.
Fuck.
Focused on the non-kill sequences. And even just the nature of the Ice Cream Man himself, like, there's not even something that you get invested in on, like, his character. What he's doing. He doesn't have like a creepy presence. He doesn't have any sort of like whatsoever.
Oh, why did he?
It's really like a background.
Why do you stop?
And so you don't even really get to be entertained by what the Ice Cream Man is doing, or how weird and creepy and kooky this new potential horror icon character is. Like, you don't have any of that either. And so your titular character just falls flat. Like, there's nothing eerie or stand out. Or
Damn it.
even like curious about his presence in the movie. There's no questions raised that really are sitting there just calling on your mind about where did this dude come from? Why is he here? What's his agenda? What's the ultimate like plan that he has here? You're not asking any of that. He doesn't get in on the action at all. And so he's not even like really stepping up to the plate of being your horror icon in that way, because the kids are doing everything for him. So even the titular character that's meant to be, if this was intended to be a franchise,
I'm talking about Diddy's friend on the Sixers.
element, even
JD's friend is on the Sixers.
leading up to a third act that for me fell on its face. You know, there is an attempt at setting up a scenario for like this big showdown, like this big last-ditch effort to vanquish the evil, to stop the Ice Cream Man, and it's all based around this intended reveal, twist, ending, shock. It's so completely obvious that like 20 minutes before it even came, I'm like, well, of course they're going to do that, because that's what this movie goes for. It's just shock value. So what's the most shocking thing that can happen? That. Oh, look, that's what it was. And the movie just
It is
ends.
getting released January 24th, 2028.
Damn.
Shock value moment, and then the movie just ends with nothing resolved, nothing teased for the future that's mildly interesting, like nothing that's satisfying as a way to leave our characters completely or temporarily. It just ends. And
Indala
probably the
read
most
every Shmon comic
frustrating
in
and
existence
certainly the
free.
most disappointing aspect to this
Good luck.
film is that the most common thing you are going to hear and see said about the Ice Cream Man is that it feels like Eli Roth trying to rip off Terrifier and Weapons. And that's exactly how the movie feels. It's exactly how the Ice Cream Man feels. It feels like Eli Roth saw the lightning in a bottle success of the Terrifier franchise.
OFC and Ghana
and said,
pirate them low.
really gory kills, unrated release, be like
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And so that's what they did here. Which like, let's just have gory, nasty kills. And even the Ice Cream Man himself, he doesn't really have much screen time or presence in the movie, but the little bit of on-screen presence that he has is very much cut from the same cloth as Curly Clown. He's a skinny, mute character that is all facial expressions.
And then, of course, just the entire nature of kids kind of being under a spell and being commanded to go do some nasty things. I mean, it's like you watched the end of Weapons and said, oh, fair. There's a movie there. The whole movie is that. And that's probably the worst part about all this. Like, it's one thing to see a filmmaker try something and fail. It's one thing to see a filmmaker try to just go for kills and just not really put a whole lot of intended effort into anything else and see if it works. It's another thing entirely to see a filmmaker who's been established in the industry, established as a word voice for
This guy on Facebook has 3K hours and 3 houses and pre-order read the collector's edition for Fortune's Weave.
3,000 hours and 3 houses is fucking absurd.
It's not a good look for the movie. It's certainly not a good look for Eli Roth. Speaking of not a good look for Eli Roth, hi guys, it's Cody, 24 hours in the future. So, I had this review in the can. It's already posted on Patreon, and some information has come to light in the last 24 hours about this film that I needed to address. So, the first reactions have come out of the secret screening that this movie ended up being Monday night, and to no surprise to me, the reviews are scathingly bad. Not to say that there aren't some people that are enjoying it, but a lot of people, a lot of major trades, a lot of YouTubers, even some people on the TikTok influencer side that tend to like movies like this are just going hard on it. And one of the main reasons is that everybody is in unison saying that this movie looks like it uses a shitload of generative AI for all of its effects. Now, I never mentioned that in my original review because while there are certainly moments and certainly flashback sequences and effects that look janky as fuck, I just attributed that to being an extremely low-budget film. And I think nowadays a big problem that we have is that AI has become such a buzzword talking point that people like to throw it out when sometimes it's not even merited. People really can't distinguish between cheap, bad effects work and what is actually generative AI. And a lot of that is because AI has become this big topic, this thing that's on the rise that, a lot of us don't want in our films because the more that we allow it and accept it, the more it's going to take over, and then suddenly you're going to have fully AI-generated films, and nobody but Elon Musk wants that. So, I never mentioned it because while there are some bad effects work, I did not have any confidence whatsoever to be able to accuse this film and the VFX artist Eli Roth for using AI. Unfortunately, a video that a buddy of mine posted on Facebook, one of the actual credited VFX artists that worked on this film has come out and said that he has discovered that yes, the company that they outsourced a few of these effects to did use generative AI. I don't know specifically what effects or specifically what scenes. He did say that it had to do with a lot of the flashback sequences, which as already said, I noticed those look janky as shit anyway. The details are a mix of practical and VFX work. There are some animated sequences that are apparently hand-drawn by Eli Roth. So I think it's important for context to say that those that are saying this movie is chock full of AI, that is over-exaggeration, mostly because a lot of people just despise Eli Roth as a person. So any little nugget of opportunity that they have to shit on his work, they're going to over-exaggerate. So that's important to be stated. This movie is not full of AI. But there is AI in it, and that's unfortunate because it can be very easy to come out and prove and say, hey, everybody, all these influencers saying that AI is all over my film. Well, here's the evidence. No, we never use that, so maybe know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't say that. It's too they outsource work to use some AI, even if it's just a little bit. Now, why is this an issue? Well, aside from just the obvious in regard to AI potentially taking people's jobs away at some point, it's here. We're going to have to deal with it, guys. It's reality. It's not going away. Nobody's going to pull the plug and erase AI from existence. So it's going to start being used in films, but there's a way to use it that doesn't affect people's livelihoods and maybe does make some of people's production work and some things in the making process a little bit more efficient, and so you can do more with lower budgets. There is some potential positive to come out of it. But we all know Hollywood is going to use it more for the dark side, which is to use it in paying actual artists. So obviously that doesn't even really need to be stated.
End of the game, we lose 31-8. We were getting our ass whooped.
You have a filmmaker like Eli Roth has always been a huge proponent for practical effects work, practical gore, making things look as real as possible, as visceral as possible, resorting to this and allowing this to be used in his film. It's incredibly contradictory to that mindset, and even more so than just the stance on practical effects work. You can't really be a guy who is making his own production company to allow low-budget films and independent filmmakers to get their work out there, to give people careers, give them an avenue that the studio system might not give them, while simultaneously using AI. It's contradictory. You can't have it both ways. It doesn't look good. It doesn't read well. So yet another reason why I'm beside myself. I'm dumbfounded at this movie, genuinely, as somebody who likes a certain amount of Eli Roth's work.
All right.
And if you want to throw out
Louisville,
didn't really make
and then after that's LSU.
technically his previous film was Thanksgiving, which was really well received. This movie's gonna tank all of that. Like, it almost feels like Eli Roth has kind of embraced the fact that certain corners of the internet really do not like him for various reasons. And rather than just take it in stride and be like, okay, well, they won't be able to watch my movies, they won't care to watch my movies, but there are some people I can make films for. Rather than just take that approach, it seems like he's like, oh, you hate me? Let me give you a fucking reason to hate me. So anyway, wanted to throw that in, and something that I couldn't just release a review without addressing, or I didn't address it 1,000 times in the comment section. So anyway, back to Pass Cody. So yeah, I mean, this is just, it's the movie where there's not really a whole lot else to talk about. If you're somebody that knows that as long as the gore is good, no matter how much of it there is, then that's enough for me. That's all I'm going for. That's what is the price of admission for me. That's all the requirements are. Then you might have a decent time with this one. If you're somebody that has loved every movie that Eli Roth has made so far, of course, give it a shot, because there might be enough of what Eli Roth delivers here for it to satisfy you. But for the most part, like, I'm going to be genuinely shocked if this movie is not the worst reviewed horror films of this entire year. This is a movie that I still, even after the review, I'm like, that was real. We're going to do something like a big screen. I'm getting pumped right now. This can't be the movie he made. Well, that's it for this one, guys. If you're in
Amazon offers.
Louisville versus Oklahoma.
It was titled "It's Not Illegal to Break Up with a Nice Man." Now, I want you guys to watch this and see if you gather the same thing I gather from this video. I know exactly what she's trying to normalize and the toxic message that she's trying to push. Let's see if you guys can catch it as well. Now, for the record, this video got 662,000 likes, not views. 662,000 likes. So it got through to a lot of young women. Keep that in mind as we get started here.
By the way, if you're a woman and you're dating someone who is nice and respectful and treats you well, but still deep down you're feeling like that's not your person, and it's not feeling like you thought it was supposed to feel like, and you don't want to spend that money.
What a tackle.
Not easy.
You know what that is right there? What she's doing when she makes those statements? That's her normalizing. I'm bored, so I'm done. That's what that is. That's the translation there. It's trying to normalize a girl leaving a good man because she's bored at the moment. That's all that is. And this is the same garbage that keeps infiltrating the brains of women that are in happy, healthy marriages and families. Most of the divorces that I've looked into, that I've seen, that are initiated by women, they will say something like, I just wasn't happy. I was bored. I wasn't happy. What a broad brushstroke. What a blanket statement to make. How lazy.
So true.
How lazy.
Women leave. Most of the time, the reason women leave is because they're bored.
No, I know what you is.
They say they're not happy.
Understand, there's nothing wrong with it. You should leave it. If you get bored, that's all that matters. You need to leave. This is either accidentally.
It's just they give up so quick.
It's a very well planned out video that normalizes this garbage that keeps infiltrating.
Or they know so far ahead of time, then they plan their exit, plan their monkey branch.
The video goes on.
Right, and it's like this every single week for years I get notifications of the same message from women that have been to me saying like, I have a perfect boyfriend, he's so amazing, but I'm still feeling like something's off, and like I'm just thinking, is there something wrong with me? If you're feeling like he's not perfect for you, he's gonna be perfect for somebody else. But he's not perfect just because he's nice. And like in theory the dating pool would be better when women would get to date many nice men. It's not between those nice men who they're comfortable with and who they actually get chemistry with.
So, you know what this is? Like, this arrogance that you're seeing, this minimizing of breaking up something good, this is a massive abundance because of the arrogance built by Sims. That's what this is. This arrogance that you see in this woman, whichever woman now on the internet, that arrogance is built by these Sims who are destroying the world. These weak men with zero self-respect who don't care about anything. The highlight of their day is getting a like on a comment they leave on a woman's video like this was a million miles away. If this woman drops a like on these guys, you're so beautiful comment, you're so much better than him, leave him, girl, all this simpy stuff, this girl so much as liking their comment is the highlight of their life. And I love these guys. These are my bros. I'm not saying this just to be a jerk. I'm scolding them out of love because I want them to wake up. I want them to wake up. They are destroying the world. They have no respect for themselves. They have no respect for love, relationships. They are willing to destroy the world because of their lack of respect, self-respect. They have nothing in their life going for them because they are not focused on the right things. And this is what it leads to. It leads to weak men making these women
Do you
think
say the
they
N
are
word when you're
celebrities.
not
What do
streaming?
I always talk about? I don't care how much you work.
No.
On set, nicest car, sunglasses, have all the status in the world. It doesn't matter, bro. You are not going to
Nope.
compete. You aren't. At best, you'll be is because of your money. Like, if your game's not on point, and you're not able to, like, stimulate this woman and make her feel...
Dude, women just leaving because they're bored. It's a real problem, man. Like, it just ruins everything.
Right. At the end of the day, you are not going to compete with the internet, especially with toxic women like this. She is drunk on power. This woman has an arrogance that can...
Just had the ball the whole freaking quarter.
My
Can we get a win
boyfriend
today?
doesn't care if I say it.
They believe they
I wouldn't say it.
This woman will believe in her heart of hearts, no matter how good the guy is on paper, it doesn't matter because he's not able to stimulate her the same way the internet does. Nobody's going to be able to. This is toxicity right amok. And it is the Sims who are doing this. They are the ones who are doing this. Just like the OF, all these disgusting women that should be ashamed of themselves, buying yachts, big houses. It's because of these men who are funding them. These weak men who are selling us out, selling themselves out, selling their entire world out. Just because they want to be little pee-pee touchers. Touch the pee-pee. It's pathetic, bro. This is pathetic. And again, I say that for love. I'm seeing it. I want these guys to do better and be better. I'm not just saying this to scold them. I want them to get better.
But like, just because you don't like a nice thing, it's not going to like shit. And you're not created to serve them. It's like it's really because it's not like
God dang it, no!
honestly nauseous, overthinking, like Googling relationship OCD when they have to break up with a Facebook man. For the most part.
So something else she just did right there, and maybe this isn't important to you guys, but I caught this. So at the beginning of this video, she made the statement that it's okay to leave a nice man. Basically, if you're bored, if you're like for whatever reason, it's okay to leave him because she knows it doesn't make sense to say that. But now what she's trying to do is go a little deeper, because any woman with a rational brain would say, I mean, this doesn't make sense. You're telling me to walk away if he's a good man. Why don't I just put the work in? Why don't I think twice about that? And now what she's doing here towards the end is she's trying to kind of rationalize that a little more, which I find diabolical. So either she's accidentally a very good manipulator because she's grown into that with her life's experience, either she's accidentally a really good manipulator, or this video is a little more well planned out than we think, on the surface. Because she watches just some little pretty girl being toxic, no big deal. Maybe not though. Maybe videos like this on toxic TikTok are a little bit more well thought out. Maybe they're a little better planned out, because what she's doing now is a bit of a psychological trick. It might not seem that deep, but it is.
Oh.
She's trying to rationalize that decision by saying, look man, if he was in your shoes, he wouldn't care. He'd be his wife, which is a lie. Most guys do not let go of good women. They don't. And the guys who do usually end the relationship because of a mistake, an impulsive mistake. They'll usually cheat or they'll do something stupid that they won't be safe. It's not like this. It's not from the toxic narcissism of saying, I'm just so much better. If I get unhappy for a second, I'm gone. I'm here. I'm so high above everyone. I can't afford to be in unhappiness for 1 second.
Tom.
Keep me high, mighty, happy at all times, or you're gone. Because I'm a celebrity. I'm up here.
Oh, he's right there!
Tom
Open
Holland
field!
might be the best Spider-Man now.
I think he is. I'd be willing to say that.
They psych themselves up. They think that they're like.
I mean, I like the Tobey Maguire movies better, but Tom Holland's the actual better Spider-Man, though. It's really the villains that he's got in the first 4 movies that I don't like as much in the newer Spider-Mans.
The bad decision. She's trying to lie and say women do mention that. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. If a woman's not happy, she'll walk away so damn fast it'll make your head spin. She'll walk away so damn fast it will make your head spin, especially today. What you're doing is you're trying to get through to the good women who don't think that way. You're trying to
Venom should be
brainwash
coming
the good
soon.
women who don't just leave.
See, that's what I want. I want Venom, Green Goblin,
Fix them.
I thought the villains were a lot better in the Maguire Spider-Man movies. I think Tom Holland now, the more adult Tom Holland, that's the perfect Spider-Man. I think when he was super young, it wasn't quite landing for me.
Trust me, just walk away. You have a right to just walk away. This is toxic as hell. And again, I don't know if this is just her accidentally being a good manipulator, or if it's a well-planned out video to toxify the minds of young women.
And I'm just saying, I want everyone to free those nice men so they can go meet other nice women. And then you can go meet a nice man that you actually get happy with men. I want everyone to be free.
So basically what this is her normalizing the whole, I'm bored, so I'm done. That's what this is. I'm bored, so I'm done. That's the message of this video. And let's go to the comments real quick. We'll read the comments real quick and see what these other women are saying. The top over here, that's the perfect boyfriend for someone else. He's just not good enough for me. You're out of here, loser. Complete arrogance. Complete arrogance. That whole statement is ridiculous.
If women actually got equality, they would complain the work is too hard.
Yeah.
Most men are dating now, straight up. Everybody agrees there. Everybody who's being reasonable agrees that most men are dating down if they're in a committed relationship. This girl says, he was sunshine, I was midnight rain. Trying to make herself sound like some kind of a villain. Proud of breaking out with a good man. She's a bad. She's bad. She's a villain. Oh, Lord. What else we got here? I should be the bare minimum. I mean, I guess. And look at this one from our girl, Jean. She says, this
Alright, I'm taking the points.
better for my decision. Yeah, I know it did, Jean, because that was the goal here. That was the goal of this video. To make you walk away quickly from a man who you probably shouldn't walk away from, because they want more toxic women. They want you to be single out here riding the carousel. They want you to be the town bicycle. That's what they want. That's what they want, and they're getting it. They're getting through to all of you. They're fooling all of you. I mean, this is just ridiculous, man. This one says, you can be great, they can be great. Doesn't mean you're great together. Yeah, it does. That's a terrible statement. That's an ignorant statement that just contradicts itself. If they're great, they're great. They're not going to be great in your eyes unless there's somebody you see yourself with. Get out of here. That makes no sense. Again, trying to rationalize ignorant decisions. Trying to make silly catchphrases that are catchy and girls go, okay, I'll just play with that. He's great, I'm great, we're all great together. Again, you're just trying to dance around the fence.
What you want to do is save items from them. You can customize the shirts with insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the brain?
Agnes.
Well, man,
First final showcase match the most popular prospects in the world. That's all I got.
It's a weird world. You walk the halls of a lot of the headlines people read in cybersecurity. Whereas no one gets them. Nobody really understands what's like to be a victim.
come on, man. Just stop.
You have 30 years on the front lines with cyber defense. You the United States Air Force officer, serving as a computer security officer at the Pentagon, and as a special agent in enforced intelligence. In 2004, with no outside funding, we founded Mandy and spent the next decade building it into the Golden State. Incident response, often different APT-1, exposing China's PLA Unit 61398.
Hit his own offensive lineman.
Cyber espionage campaign targeting over the U.S. companies. A revelation that reshaped global cybersecurity policy, led with transparency.
All right, fourth down. What's he gonna do? It's a punt. I would too.
Federal agencies oversaw the $5.4 billion acquisition of Mandiant by Google, one of the largest cybersecurity deals ever, and led the company through the creation as
Do you think Star Wars Eclipse by Quantic Dreams is in Devolchem Tell?
Yeah, I do.
Exploit vulnerabilities like nation-state attackers, backed by a record $189.9 million raise from top 10 investors, including EQTEL and CLS Investment. That's right, they are. Hi, my name is Kevin Mandia. This episode of Building My Rituals.
Oh shit!
And they said, hey, are you Dark Side Fellas? And he was like, wow, and it was actually like, how can I say it? He almost seemed starstruck, is the best way to describe it. Like, he couldn't believe that he was meeting me in person. To me, it's like, who cares? I'm no one, I'm just some douche. He's on the internet, like, who gives a shit, right? But the guy was kind of like taken aback, like, whoa, it's the SP, I can't believe it. No, it was perfectly nice. And he was like, can I get a picture?
So good.
So we posed or whatever, he took the picture, and then he just said, oh man, it's so cool to catch you, in real life. And he says, all right, I hope that you have a good day, and that was it. Like, that was the entire interaction. And that was the end of it. So people ask me all the time, hey, did you ever run into people in real life who recognize you or whatever? And
Oh crap!
how do you feel? It was a perfectly normal, reasonable interaction. He was a nice person. I gave him a picture, and that was it. Okay? To be honest with you, surprised that no one brought it up, because I know how much people stalk my stuff on the internet and look for, there's something to do with DSP, right? So it's been,
We play.
I want to say this happened probably like June. I could be wrong. I think it was like earlier June. So for 2 months to have passed and no one found it, those crazy, obsessed trolls must be slacking to take this long to find it. But I guess people are saying they found this picture on the internet, and now all of a sudden the distractors are talking about it.
I did just dance at camp today.
I almost went too far. Tony Romo might be fired after that DUI.
Almost went too far.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Well, I think the writing was on the wall, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, I've said in my couple of other Tony Romo videos related to his arrest that I like Tony Romo. A lot of people don't. I think he's hilarious, frankly. I get a kick out of all the
Whoa, what the fuck?
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. Well, I mean, Chris Collinsworth does that too. And I get a kick out of it. Now, there was a time when Tony Romo was really good. It seemed like he was going to be some kind of like phenom. Because he was calling out the plays, and all of this, and he got away from that, and he struggled something last year. A lot of people noticed it. And of course, we saw the body cam footage. I openly said, he seemed drunk to me, and he didn't. He didn't seem drunk. However, at the time that I did the video, we did not know there was an open container in the car. I said, this seemed like a little bit of a power hungry kind of female cop here.
Oh, what a play!
He seemed very lucid. He was answering questions appropriately, etc. Now, CBS put him on leave, and they put in, they called J.J. Watt in out of the bullpen to team up with Jim Nantz. Now, this is the #1 team for CBS, right? All the prime, high-profile AFC games, and even some non-AFC games now, with the way this all works. And many believe that this is just the beginning. The leave is just the beginning. The leave is actually a get your shit situation. And there is a way for CBS to get out of this. Now, there's another option that's brought up here. At least I think it's brought up. If it's not, we can talk about it. Here we go, right here. Greg Olsen is the wild card with Tony Romo's future uncertain. Yeah, some section of people that love Greg Olsen, and it's weird because I don't. I don't understand. I don't understand the love affair there at all. I'd rather listen to Tom Brady. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't think Greg Olsen's bad. It's just, I don't know that he's, in my opinion, he's light years above any of these other guys. But it seems a lot of people do. I don't know why. Tony Romo may be on there. It's at CBS, the New York Post, in case you can't see that. After Romo was placed on leave from CBS due to a OWI arrest in Wisconsin.
First down.
I don't know. Most Carolina states call that either a DWI or DUI. The Athletic noted that even though he's under contract for the foreseeable future, there's a way the network can fully move on from the longtime broadcaster. Romo's 10-year, $180 million contract includes a morals clause, as all major talent contracts do. Quote, one networks can challenge.
Damn it, I'd use a timeout. I was almost out of time.
Their brand in a positive fashion after a public embarrassment. Per The Athletic. $72 million over the next 4 years. But he is on quote leave from CBS until further notice. And as soon as I saw the further notice situation, I went, oh shit.
Fuck.
That seems a lot like somebody that's got the book. In place of Romo, the Texans legend, J.J. Watt, will fill his vocal void as the network's top broadcast team alongside Jim Nantz and Tracy Wolfson.
Dropped it.
Talk about you getting against all see the body cam footage. The former Cowboys quarterback is scheduled in court for September 21st, but it isn't required to attend. By the way, that's a Monday, the day after a game. The 46-year-old also faces $1,568 worth of fines. After retiring from the NFL in 2017, Romo joined CBS as color analyst, has been the lead analyst for the network's NFL coverage for 9 years. Although Romo was once considered the golden boy of NFL commentary, fans have grown increasingly I don't think somebody is going to bring him in. Even if it's like, hey, bring him in, put him on our third team. Or this would be a hell of a twist. They bring Greg Olsen in, who's probably with the number 2 Fox team behind Tom Brady, Kevin Burkhardt. Romo could go to that spot to be the number 2 guy with Fox. Yeah, he wouldn't get the best games, but he'd get pretty good games. Just wouldn't be that national game. He'd get the best regional kind of game. Would they even do that, or is it going to take a few years? But my guess would be somebody would eventually bring him back if he even wanted to come back, which he might not want to if he's not got that high-profile spot. Right? So, let's see. This is the Greg Olsen story. I want to bring this up. Here we go. With Romo's future uncertain following the OWI arrest, that led him to be placed on leave until further notice. Olsen, a Fox commentator, could be a potential replacement, according to Puck. J.J. Watt is also considered a potential replacement. I think we all believe that. There's still a long way to go before CBS may have to fill Romo's position, but The Athletic reported recently how the 46-year-old may face an uphill battle. Andrew Marchand wrote that Romo will, quote, will have to make quite a case to get his top job back. Romo, scheduled for September 21st court date in Wisconsin, stemming from arrest. Marchand reported that CBS is
on defense
from its upcoming seminal on-air talent. The Week 1 Vikings clash on September 13th, and the Week 3 Cowboys-Ravens game in Brazil, September 27th. Damn. So they're taking it off the Cowboys game. He's in trouble. For them to pull the ex-Dallas Cowboys quarterback off the Cowboys call, he's in a lot of trouble. There are raising questions about whether CBS would bring Romo into the fold roughly 1/4 of the way through the season, especially with all the negative headlines that it would bring. In that case, Olsen may have a shot to once again be called for a game on the network. Olsen served as the B booth alongside Joe Davis for the second straight year in 2025, and will be replaced in the A booth by Tom Brady. He joined Fox in 2021 alongside Kevin Burkhardt, and the two received a bump to the 8th spot after Troy Aikman and Joe Buck left for ESPN. So, there we go. Again, he's gotten all these awards, earning the Sports Emmy for Outstanding Personality Event Analyst for 2025, Top Event Analyst for 2023, Outstanding Emerging On-Air Talent for 2022. Wow, it is unbelievable how much different I see that than, I guess, everybody else. It is what it is. And I'm not trying to be a contrarian there. I thought it was okay. Okay, but, Frankly, I probably like Aikman the best out. Big room set. Play Braun. Really, what we doing?
Staples Brown is taking his new friend. Something else he said in last night's live stream that is putting the rest of the East on notice. Let's begin our show with the Philadelphia 76ers. Why not? I'm going to quickly. Still, we cannot work that this is going to be the starting lineup that 76ers is coming in.
Yes, we got a chance, guys.
2 points a game last season only. And so that when you're looking at teams scoring 4 points per game, that's as a whole last season, which is absolutely wasn't the only one who still can't believe that LeBron James.
Some people think it's the Warriors. It is not the Warriors. I did a long piece a couple weeks ago about how Warriors did step a disservice by not doing more post that last championship to just keep going for it. And how frustrating it is if you're a fan of a team, you know, legitimately one of the 15 greatest players ever.
Hello.
And he's still lost.
Hello.
So I think you spend time talking about that. They're the biggest loser of these first 2 versions. One is, they didn't do anything to, like, try to get LeBron, other than they just hoped he would pick him. And the other one is, even with LeBron, I don't think that team can win the championship. The Cavs just made a conference finals. They were fine running it back. The moment they traded for James Harden, they had,
Do we play?
What time did they go in the season? They were fine running it back. People are going, he got Giannis this whole season. They were just a couple transaction cycles away from being able to win a championship. I do think the Celtics, the sliding doors moment of, we could have turned Jaylen Brown into Giannis. Instead, we turned him into Paul George and picks, and was the big domino in LeBron being in the back of the conference is a bummer. The biggest loser. Biggest loser of this entire process, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's because their inability to, whether you think this is right or wrong,
Touchdown!
and private respect that LeBron James saved the damn franchise. Led to a scenario where LeBron James was willing to play for the league minimum and non-forbidden. Every single move that the Lakers made this offseason, re-signing Lucy, trading for Walker Kessler, adding some athleticism.
Little man?
And it's hard. And that's not part of this
Come here, Diddles.
exciting that, you know, not even subtweeting him, just, you know, anonymous sourcing about basically how they thought you should have been grateful and about how exhausting it had been. Even turning the team over.
You won.
And by the way, turning the team over to Luka.
No, I'm holding on, Eli.
And keep. And instead,
5 seconds left.
wait.
He's going for the field goal. This is the game.
You're 17.
It's a 50-something yard field goal. 52-yard field goal for him.
Respect Kessler. Respect Austin Reeves.
Miss. Oh! And no! It's good! No!
Best individual season.
Fuck!
Teammates.
Should I play Beyond Two Souls in chronological order or how it was originally designed?
Any teammate Luka has had, will have had over the next 3 years, will have been his first one. With
I can't believe I lost that game, bro. I came back. I had the drive. I'm 0-4 today, dude.
is still on the team. And he did a fine.
Chronological order, by the way.
They just played their
That's crazy.
and respect.
I'm not. It's not my day, dude.
Luka, a guy that no check LeBron's appearance years ago and Richard Nicholson, Channing Price, road trip and live, and LeBron revealed that the only player he ever tried to sign to as a LeBron shoe athlete was Luka. How much he loves the thing. Luka's favorite player ever was LeBron, model of his game after LeBron. So it's not about jealousy about Luka, but a team
LSU.
that in the 5 years before LeBron got there, of the 30 teams in the league, was 30th in wins, 30th in winning percentage, was in the stone wilderness that LeBron chose, that helped get Anthony Davis, deliver him a championship, that Anthony Davis helped get them Luka Doncic. That team was telling everyone who would listen what a pain in the ass LeBron is. They now saw him, that he's willing to move across the country to a team he's never played with to play for the league minimum, and he wouldn't do that for you. So far and away, the biggest loser is the biggest player. And I hate it because I guys know how much I love you. Also, side
LSU versus Ohio State.
Liberty Mutual's great coverage and savings. It's not insurance that feels right.
You alright, little man?
Great coverage.
Doing okay? I know, little man's on. Yeah, it's not good.
How? I didn't realize that. Sorry. Just chatting.
Number 11 versus number 1. I'm going against number 1.
Let's do it. It was second on night. The second Thursday. You threw me off. See, this is a sign. This is a sign. Nick redid his living room. Yeah, it looks nice. I did it for you guys for the show because he wants us to come over and watch the games with him. Because you said I'm telling you, it's fun. Yeah. You said these. You saw the videos I'm taking there. You said it was too narrow. Well, yeah, you were here. And so I did a whole. It's space.
Are you serious?
Next.
This is how we're going to start.
That's great.
Well,
City Analytics like Sando, releasing his 2026 QB tiers at number 1. He was a 3-time Super Bowl champion, also a guy who won 6 games. Not unanimous this time. Only 49 of the 50 voters have him as a tier 1 QB, with one defensive coordinator saying, I don't know what's this list.
But no one wants to be the one that takes that number 1 over Patrick Mahomes. He's earned that.
So does Patrick Mahomes still deserve to be number 1? So, as we talk about this list, I just want to make sure the audience understands it. All people do is vote tier 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and then Sando turns it into the ranking based on the lowest number is the best. And so, he obviously deserves to still be a tier 1 quarterback. The question we're asking is, does he still to be the most tier 1 quarterback? Yep. He has the best vote, the number 1 in the league. And my answer is two. First one is about the missed opportunity for the other guys. The answer is yes, because they couldn't capitalize. Mahomes, you guys were right that the Super Bowl did puncture the Chiefs' invincibility. The Super Bowl loss to the Eagles, even though it was third straight Super Bowl trying to three-peat unprecedented, because of the fashion in which they lost, it did have a knock-on effect, along with a lot of other things that all of a sudden made Mahomes standing potentially wobbly. And so I look at it as the rest of the top 5 caught last year supplanted him. They played their best or done the most possible. If Lamar, after 2 amazing regular seasons, even just a fine regular season, but finally got it done in the playoffs, I think he's unanimous, what Mahomes had been previously, all first-year votes. I think that Burrow, if he had stayed healthy all year, he was tied with Mahomes a year ago with 50 tier 1 votes. He and Mahomes were tied for first. If he had stayed healthy and played great, finally got back to the playoffs. If Stafford, honestly, I thought he played great all year. I thought he played great in the playoffs. I think Super Bowl, he would have been a unanimous number 1, which would have supplanted Mahomes if he wins MVP and wins the Super Bowl. And all Josh had to do, I don't think Josh had to win the Super Bowl. All Josh had to do was get moments from the playoff loss stick out in your mind, cartoonish, the one in particular that cost him a couple votes. And so the other guys didn't take advantage of the opportunity. And his resume, which we can talk about in a bit, does speak for itself. So yes, to me, unequivocally, there's nobody else that you could make a real rational argument except for maybe Stafford. I would listen to Stafford, and Stafford gets dinged because of the age. That they deserve to jump him last season if they all went into last season trailing.
No, look, I agree with that. I understand it's kind of what had for the late element to this poll. But Mahomes, I think he's a haven't been to 1-3 Super Bowls in the last 7 years. Been to 3 in the last 4 years. I think he's earned that benefit of the doubt. But I think this is his last year, at least for him. Obviously, he's only 30, so you don't think he's going to fall off for asphalt, though. And I think this is the last year that he will have that benefit of the doubt as the best quarterback in the league. Without either a fantastic individual season statistically, like he had early in his career, or just keep winning and get to the Super Bowl, or even maybe the NFC Championship, but a deep playoff run, if not a Super Bowl run. If he has that and his numbers remain kind of mediocre for him, he still could end up being number 1, because that's been 3 years running. Bieniemy is back as the OC. You got a running game now with Kellen Moore. This, to me, will be the last year he kind of gets that benefit of the doubt without playing spectacular football. That nobody grabbed, right? Like Josh, obviously, let's just keep it real. Not only blew his chance to pass Mahomes, but he blew a chance to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, flat out blew it, all right?
Touchdown.
You know, and he lost against Bo Nix. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but I'm just saying, Bo Nix, and then Stafford is 38. And Stafford wasn't great in that game against Chicago in the playoffs. They won, but he completed 50% of his passes, no touchdowns, so he didn't exactly reach out and grab it. And obviously, Burrow was out for it. So, and Lamar missed games as well. So, yeah, I agree that Mahomes should still be done.
But before you go, can I ask you, before you go, I was going to ask you a question. Do you know, for you, for starting, is it possible that Mahomes has what you would consider a great individual regular season without having great individual numbers? And where you watch the games and you feel like he's playing awesome and the numbers aren't there, because I
think last year he had some moments like that where it was like he's just playing really well, but numbers are real. Like, numbers are real.
So the year that comes to mind for me actually is the year, the Never Get Out year, the year they lost the first game of the year to the Lions. And the drops were, when you watch the games, and Mahomes, his numbers were, it was the first pedestrian statistical season of his career. And it felt like, to me, he was playing as well as he did the year. It was so easy.
A lot of that was the drug. You could see, too, the guys were dropping passes and stuff. So, but now, like I said, they didn't talk about it. He was the MVP favorite at one point last year. His numbers weren't sky high, but they were. So that's why I say if he wins, he's going to be the reason they're winning. And so, yeah, but the numbers are real too. I think what, I don't want to say saves him, he's just a great quarterback, obviously. But the fact that he did have such great numbers early in his career for several years has allowed him to have these years where they are great, but you still know how fantastic.
So I'll show up one full screen in one video that we've been referencing. The full screen is just Patrick Mahomes last year, just to level set where he was. We're not in the teens on these though. We're in the 20s on a lot of these. The Patrick Mahomes 23rd touchdown. The interceptions were heavy early in the year. Completion percentage, which depends on what day it is. We can get that tomorrow. I'm a huge fan. The video. It's not like you never tore his ACL. No, I like those videos. No, that's a separate injury. Oh, okay. This is Rashee Rice when you're on vacation. Maybe not looking like a number one wide receiver when we're within 40 days the start of the season. I think he looks slow. I think he looks un-Rashee Rice-like at best. So I don't know, as much as we talked about how great Kenneth Walker is going to be, I'm not as confident in the receiving core, which should be receiving. Should not be confident in receiving. So then they are going to yield and judge Mahomes'. Well, that's why I asked for it. Because I think the Chiefs are going to win 12 games. I think Mahomes is going to look like a player by week 5 that never tore his ACL. And I think scenario being he's running away from the team because of the tragedy involving his wife. I don't know when he's coming back. That's a real devastation. Yeah. But it does seem like they think he is, going to be back at some point, but who knows? I think, assuming he's back, his addition helps. I think the health of the offensive line was an underrated story during the season last year. I think all of that will help. But I don't think 40 touchdowns, which was commonplace for him early in his career, is fairly even meaningful with this current group of receivers. I think 30 touchdowns could be hard, could be hard to come by now. Different years, 30 touchdowns could come close to leading the league. That fluctuates year to year. And so, but as far as the benefit of the doubt part, I want to level set some things as well. Historically in the contemporaries, because the only quarterback in the history of the league playoff.
All right, got the field goal.
Appearances, appearances that Patrick Mahomes is not Brady. He is second on all-time playoff games,
For all-time conference championship, he is fourth behind Brady, Montana, Bradshaw, and Super Bowl wins. And how that's him compared to when people are doing all-time rankings. You know, compared to the other guys in the top 5, if we show them just kind of big picture accomplishments on that level, we can show it to you. I mean, he has such a lead on the rest of the top 5. His 17 wins. The second most wins with 8. He's been in 5 Super Bowls. No one else has been to more than 1. And as far as the individual statistical excellence, again, nobody's got more MVPs than him. He's tied with them. I understand it feels like it was forever ago. He won an MVP. We're going into the 26th season. He won his last MVP in 22. So it's 3 seasons removed from his last MVP. So I think that I think it's reasonable that he has a big margin of error versus the contemporary field as far as who we think is the best, especially because DeBruce. And if we're worried about the knee, and maybe some people are, I'm not, that would be a bigger reason. And when I think that now, it won't be that he's still a
Oh. Can we get a dub today?
Stop it, Larry. Applebee's 2 for $25. Get 1 full-size appetizer and 2 entrees. Bacon cheeseburger, wonton tacos appetizer. Seasoned beef, melty cheese, and bacon, all to a wonton shell. Applebee's.
Head to Buffalo. John moved off to a tie for second on the tiers. What's up with this fight? That one NFL coach said his infamous play against the Broncos is what's holding him back. Under 30 seconds left in the half, runs for a meaningless 12-yard gain, fumbles, gives up a field goal in a playoff game, go behind 2 scores against Denver. Until he quits doing that, can't rank best top quarterback. It's one of the worst plays I've seen. Never say no. Cost him the game. It all deserved to move on after that.
Look, he played them from 3rd to 2nd in. I have no problem with him being second.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, there's just nobody. It's kind of like we're talking about. You can't work.
No fucking way.
You could, but he was the MVP. But again, not great against Chicago in the playoffs. In 38, I think they probably took that into consideration. Lamar obviously had a down year, and Mahomes, is still ahead. So I don't have a problem with him being number 2. And the fact of the matter is, he is phenomenal. Like, the dude is awesome. For all his mistakes, he's kind of like, and I don't know if there's a perfect comparison, he's almost like a Shaq. Where Shaq was so physically dominant. Oh, yeah, he couldn't hit free throws for the most part. And he might not, be Elijah Line defensively. But he was so dominant physically that it was just great. And Josh Allen is so spectacular from a physical standpoint that I get why he's ranked so high in the mistakes. Now, I might cost him. We'll see if he ever gets past more. But you live with the mistakes because he's so great. But the bottom line is, I'm fine with Briggs right now.
I'll show you this graphic on how consistent Josh has been. Yeah, I'm very curious what it is. Yeah, it's the opposite of your role. This is 20 touchdowns. It's not this graphic, though, Gus, although I appreciate seeing this graphic. This is a good point. Yeah. So this is the last 6 seasons, okay? And these are composites, right? So at his best, he's had 13 wins. At his worst, he's had 11 wins. At his best, team scores 31 points. His worst year, they scored 26. 20 touchdowns, his best, 45. It's not it becomes all about the turn. Yeah. At his best, he has 8. At his worst, it's 22. Yeah, and it's what the executive said. Hey, he'll do some boneheaded plays, but that's very much in his control.
It's not
certainly did.
You know what? Can I, let me ask you a question. I'm going to use you say that. I'm going to use without naming names, but I think you'll know what I'm talking about. I say this lovingly. There is a
What'd you say? Hubbard?
no.
Oh, sorry.
There is a legendary
Good.
We all love as a player, and I think some of us know a bit as a person who does broadcasting and who occasionally gets brought up as like, hey, we have on the show. And the answer is, yeah, you can't because you can't go live because he just can't help himself with the person.
He's just curse. He's doing great. People love him, but for our show,
It's gonna curse.
if I were like, he can just control me.
The thing is controlling. Would you say that's a fantastic example?
No, he can't.
It's not himself.
He's not himself, and then he won't be as entertaining. We think him too much. He won't be himself. He won't be free. I mean, so listen, I'm in a weird spot here because I believe Josh Allen is the second best quarterback in the league. He is ranked second in this poll, and I find it outrageous.
Where do you want him?
I think that if this was his last 2 years,
Then in Patriot playoffs, which will in the graphic you accidentally show, you can show it.
you shouldn't move up. After that, you're that.
So you say you should.
Yeah. When you have a 4-turnover playoff game that literally years of your coach being fired, you shouldn't. Like, I think that like there's bunch of retirements, like there's and so we can. Burrow was ahead of him last
My
year.
God, what a crazy half.
Matt Stafford's sitting right there. And I think there are 2 quarterbacks in the league that get evaluated differently than how I'm used to quarterbacks being evaluated. And it's Allen and Herbert. And there is such a, in different ways, and they're very different players, very different accomplishments, so much of the conversation with Herbert is on hypotheticals and raw talent rather than accomplishments. That is for a player who's been in the league that's going into year 7 or year 8, year 7. And with Edwin, in my experience with quarterbacks, when I was growing up, Brett Favre was Peter King, the great Peter King. We always talk about Favre in these like hollow terms. And Peter King was criticized for talking of it, for only focusing on the wow and not the league-leading turnovers and all of that. It's like, well, as a quarterback, you got to take care of the ball and stuff. Tom Brady's wrong. That's how everyone in the media talks about Josh. It is always the class, the great stuff, and the great stuff is tremendous. Don't get me wrong, but it is to me after what I think most people would consider, one of his worst postseason moments with it as wide open as it ever could have been for him, that his standing only got enhanced. That to me is weird. And in the eyes of the executives, that it was helpful. I think that's odd.
Anything else?
You liked the KJ Cup? I mean,
That'd be great. Still from the mask, but still very different. But the end of the day, it's
average of over 23 an hour. Just sometimes some extra. You're
It's the best part of waking up. It's vultures in your gut. Vultures into your gut. Game 3 of the year 2026 Post SummerSlam. This will fire you out. Your host, Big Say Amplified Man. If there was ever a time for Tony Khan, the AEW boss, to step up, it is now. And at the end of this week's Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns coming across Rey Mysterio. Mysterio, hilariously, saying, as you know, Roman, I am now the general manager of AAA. So proud of himself. And Roman looks at him and says, no, I didn't know that. He's like, I don't know, what is this AAA you speak of? That was kind of funny. But what was not funny for Tony Khan is that Roman Reigns is clearly going over to Worlds Collide, the event that is counter-programming AEW All Out, one of AEW's top pay-per-views in the calendar year. And WWE is not only trying to counter-program them, WWE is trying to snuff them out. WWE has put an event not only on the same date, in the same time, but in the same city. WWE does not like that AEW is going to Chicago, especially as often as they go to Chicago. Now, you see, WWE wants Chicago all to themselves. So they put an event right there to go against AEW All Out. In Chicago, same date, same exact time. There's a lot of seats that still need to be occupied for that AAA event. They're not only bringing CM Punk and other top stars there now, but it looks like bringing Roman Reigns in to help counter-program and snuff out AEW. Now is the time, and trust me, spare a little bit more, I get it. WWE can fully do that. And Tony Khan has pretty much let it slide. Tony Khan remains trying to do his own thing. Tony Khan is fine being that alternative. You do you over there. We're going to continue to...
Yes, I am. I had a fumble recovery, went all the way to the 1 yard line, got hit and fumbled, and then he recovered. That pissed me off.
Tony Khan has to eventually do the deed.
We gotta go for it.
WWE. Because right now, this is the proverbial take to AEW, right? Just like back in the day when WWE was in the same vicinity as WCW, and DX rode that take over to right into the, or tried to enter the parking garage of WWE.
Oh, what a fucking play.
They brought the war over to WCW.
When I needed it most.
Step up and understand that WWE is trying to hurt your product. Tony Khan now has to bring that right back to WWE, whether he liked it or not, that concept and that notion. Whether he likes the fact that he now has to understand this conglomerate is trying to snuff you out. Tony Khan and AEW have to eventually fight back. You can only take the pushing from the bully for so long. You can only give them your lunch money for so long, because trust me, they're trying to run your business. They're trying to take money from you. That's the equivalent to taking your lunch money at school. You can only do that for so long, and eventually you have to start punching back. You may lose the first couple of 2 or 3 battles. You keep fighting that bully, eventually you gain more of that steam, maybe some momentum. But you got it.
4th and 1.
Are you a big back?
Because
Big, yes.
they're gonna stop with Chicago. They're trying to hurt your business. They don't want you in Chicago. They don't want you in New York. They're not gonna want you in LA after that. They're not going to want you anywhere.
Oh, damn it!
They're going to boot you from your own homeland in Florida.
Fuck!
Eventually, Tony Khan is going to have to step up. AEW is going to have to start fighting back. If they're telling you, because that's what they're doing. AEW All Out was in the books way before WWE brought AAA on the same day at the same time to Chicago. So they're telling you, not only do we not care about you, we are more than okay hurting your business. Those are fighting words. Those are war words. And Tony Khan and AEW has to understand everybody in that company. This company is trying to take food off your table, money out of your bank accounts. Now AEW, you okay with that?
Lolco has taken away all the shows I
Yeah,
liked.
you're speeding to your own drum. You're the alternative.
I know, it's annoying.
Eventually, you can't let the bully keep pushing and poking and prying.
Alright, huge third down.
Concentrate on our program. That only works for so long. They're gonna keep doing this, and AEW eventually is gonna have to make power moves. And it starts with decisions like counter-programming WrestleMania. That's right, I said it. WrestleMania's in Saudi Arabia next year. And they're already planning all these watch parties.
Yes.
They're gonna plan all these events in the States. The actual event is in Saudi. Perfect time for Tony Khan and AEW to make a statement.
It's easy to
Counter-program
click.
WrestleMania, not just the same night.
Oh my god, he's going for it!
That's right.
Way back in his own area. I don't know. I don't know about Jay Zooted. I have no fucking clue. He's going for it from his own 5!
That night, you can easily say WrestleMania.
And he got it!
AEW
Son of a bitch!
gets them the most. They want everybody talking about their product. That's the biggest thing for WWE. They don't want anybody. When all concludes or during the event, they don't want anybody talking about AEW's pay-per-view in Chicago. Now we're gonna go help people customize and save hundreds of $30. Where's Skull's cards? There it is. Holy
Third and 9 again. Can we get off the field? Get our ball back to the offense. It's going to be 4th and 2. We got to get the stop, guys. He's running out of time. It's a delay of game. Wow. Wow. What a time to choke up and just lose track of the play clock. Fourth and 7. Come on, guys. Get a stop. We got the stop. We're going to try a touchdown and a 2-point conversion for the win.
Touchdown time.
I thought we had last game won, and 18 seconds was enough. Damn it. Stayed with him the whole time. Throw was behind him. I needed it out in front of him. Fuck! Motherfucker, man. Come on. This is just one of those days, dude. It's just one of those days. Nothing is going right. I've had chance after chance after chance. Fourth and inches. We stopped him! We get one more chance! My God. Oh, he's fucking open! He throws it behind him! Gosh, man, oh man, oh man. Can we stop with this? Why? That's a touchdown! Touchdown! Oh, we're going for the win. I caught it! But did I score too quick? that's just chance for an interception. Oh man. Fuck! Damn it! He's in field goal range. It's a long one, though. Son of a bitch! I lost the last 2 games the exact same way. I went 0-5 today. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm pissed off.